Hey, welcome everyone to the channel. Today we're going to be checking out the brand new update for No Man's Sky that came out. Seems to be received pretty positively by the community. I've been watching some other people talk about and play the update, and I had a chance to do it myself. I wanted to go ahead and grab one of the new ships. This exotic here is actually a copy of another exotic I have. I just bought a second one as I kind of like the styling on it, but it also makes an easy way to switch out and save some cash for another ship in the future. So this is sort of my trade-in that I'll be flying around until we find something worthy to trade it for. But looking at the new ship styles, they look really cool. I decided to pop down here first on a infested paradise world. I want to get a feel for how combat's changed with just some of the regular mobs before we get started. So I figured we'd rile up some biological horrors, some of the giant titan worms and stuff, and see if it's any different. I noticed that the indicators for the biological horrors is different. Didn't used to be purple like that, so they have made a couple of graphical changes I've noticed already. And I was playing on Steam Deck earlier, and there's also like a shader update on Steam Deck, which is interesting. So I'm not sure if the graphics got like a little bit of an improvement, but I think overall they did. But these things are still pretty easy. Of course, I'm using kind of an OP gun that is all tricked out, so I'm not too surprised by that. But I don't see too many graphical changes. Got the other Titan worm out of the way. Okay, I noticed that the acid here from the biological horse seems a little bit faster, so they did increase the projectiles that they shoot. Maybe they're a little bit quicker too, not sure. I'm just kind of trying to compare against what I remember. But yeah, still not too much of a challenge. Seemed to pounce a little bit earlier than before, but I've always been pretty good at avoiding these things. Anyway, so one of the new things on this new expansion or whatever is it's not yet an expedition, so each of your save files you will need to do this on. Hey look, they changed Gravitino balls. I like it. I think that looks better than the old ones. So I'm probably going to avoid the sentinel fight here though, and we'll just head on and start looking for the new ships. Anyway, so yeah, this is not an expedition, so it doesn't unlock something for like all your accounts. You just take your individual save files, go out, and do this. What you're looking for is a galaxy. Instead of saying water, or a solar system, instead of saying water on it, it's described as dissident. Yeah, it took me a long time to figure that out. I was like racking my brain on like, what do I look for? And then when you're looking through the planets here too, you're going to be looking at the end to see where it says corrupted sentinel. Should be in purple. So this one has it right here. I'm still kind of figuring it out at this point, but I went back and saw that, oh, it says corrupted sentinels on the bottom. So that's what you're looking for. That's the actual planet that has the purple crystals on it. So dissonant solar system is what you're looking for instead of where it says water normally. And then when you get there, you're looking for the purple icon on the planet that says corrupted sentinels. And that's where you need to go to get all the goodies from this expedition. It's going to be a lot of new enemy types. Be looking for ships and stuff too. Once you do either fighting some of the sentinels, the new sentinels, it will give you like a location for finding one of these new ships, and I think it's called like a spike. So keep your eyes out for that. But we got my trade in here. We're going to take it over there and see if we can find this world. It looks like it was going to be a hot planet. Chromatic fog. All right, here it is. That's the one. A masker Matok. Matok's kind of cool. I might change the name of the planet here in a little bit. Let's see what we got. We got some ancient bones on it too. Not that I really need more cash, but if that's always a good way if you're starting out on a new save file to make a couple bucks, is just dig up some ancient bones, because a lot of times those are worth quite a bit of money. Doesn't take too long to dig, and you can start affording ships. Alright, so it looks like this planet has already set a record for being the hottest that I've encountered, and this is like my oldest save file, so this is a pretty hot planet. I mean, I don't normally choose to go to hot planets. I kind of skip them for like Paradise and other ones, but that's saying something, because I've had this save file for many hundreds of hours. This is the one I started on when I first got No Man's Sky, like back in 2016. So just have slowly upgraded it. Alright, so I landed here. I see we got some of the new corrupted sentinels. They kind of look neat. They just got the purple crystals coming out their ears. instead of some of the others. Let's see what's in here. Alright, this is the same kind of station as we've had before. I wonder if we'll be able to find anything unique since we're on a corrupted sentinel world. Senate has fallen. Already a purge. Something is something. The Gek something. So, haven't quite learned all the words yet, even on this old save file. But I'm working on it. I know most of them for sure. Alright, let's see. We have to kind of figure out what to select here. I think we're going to go... We have shut down production. We could report to the authorities, which is probably the right answer, I'm guessing. Or we could steal the technology. I feel like this is like an ethics test here. Are you going to do the right thing? Or are you going to steal the technology? And I don't really need technology, so I'm going to go and roll it on report to the authorities, as I pretty much got all the stuff from before this patch unlocked, at least. I know there's lots of new stuff. We got new multi-tools, and we have, I guess this new kind of ship is actually like procedurally generated or has a bunch of random parts, but I guess so are the other ones. But should be pretty interesting. I had like under the impression that there's more variety in this new type of salvaged ship. Alright, since it's so hot out, I figured we might as well use our mech suit as like the only vehicle we have that's like immune to all different kinds of weather. So, plus it'll let us mine a little bit quicker. We can get across the landscape here as we do a little mining and see what all these purple crystals are. Kind of interesting art style. It's like the crystals grew through the bodies of some of these sentinels, so I'm not exactly sure if the crystal is like a parasite and like taking over the sentinels. Is that kind of what the idea is here? I'm not sure. But obviously it's not friendly to all of them. And so it reminds me almost of like a cordyceps fungus with the ants like growing through them. So, I don't know, did any of you guys watch The Last of Us on HBO? I thought it was a pretty good little series. I never played the Last of Us game, but I really enjoyed that season 1. Looking forward to season 2 for sure. But that's sort of what it reminds me of. Alright, hey, while we're here, we have tons of storm crystals, and that's one thing I don't usually run into a lot, is I kind of avoid planets like this, so I'm just going to grab a ton of them while we're looking for things to mine and seeing what we can find. I guess we could probably start a fight here pretty soon, too, with the sentinels, as I think that's what actually gets us to the next stage of being able to find one of these ships. We have to get through like a sentinel battle. So whatever this thing, like a miner, we'll take that out and his little guard buddy. And let's see, we also got another storm crystal and a piece of hardware. Doesn't seem like you can unlock this piece of hardware. I was trying to see if it was like one of the walkers where you can open it up and pull out the walker brains, but not in this case. Alright, so we do got some of the new bad guys. Cool, they can go invisible. That's neat. And has a purple flamethrower effect too. Looks pretty cool. They did a good job on the art style on this. So, yeah, so far pretty impressed with what I'm seeing here in this update. A lot of new content, and I like that we don't have to start a new save file. It was kind of starting to get old having like 10 or 12 different save files from all the different expeditions and everything else I've been doing. So it's kind of nice you can just pull out your main and go back out there. Alright, this is going to probably take a second. We're already at 3 stars though. Let's see, and we're picking up, looks like a new kind of metal. I think it's like a crystalline metal. Crystalline hearts. Something, what's it called? Atlantidenin? So I think that is stuff we have to use to unlock some of the new broken parts off the salvage ships, and then probably the new multi-tools as well. Alright, collecting all this. Alright, still 3 star. Should be coming in. Looks like we got some smaller spider-like droids here too that are sort of like the biological horrors, as they like to leap at you, and then looks like these guys explode, so a little bit more lethal. Their lasers don't seem particularly accurate though. They must have learned from stormtroopers. They can't shoot very accurately, at least the small guys do. It seemed like the big guy was doing better with his flamethrower. Alright, level 4, severe. And we got a whole army of spider walkers coming this way. But we have a pretty OP gun, so we're going to make pretty short work of them. So I can blow the crystals off the top of that giant spider. And I I personally like the stun grenades as a secondary weapon. I think it's really useful. It keeps things from moving around while you're trying to shoot them. But I could also see using the cloaking on this would be really helpful, just so you don't have those little spiders constantly jumping and tackling you everywhere you go. Alright, we'll just use the mecha support fire as like supporting fire. It's not doing a whole lot, but helps keep some of the other enemies occupied. Alright, there's another one. Looks like you walked right out of that purple fire. That's pretty neat. They did a pretty good job on the flame effects on this game. Wish the water was as good as the flame effects. But can't complain too much, man. This game's from way back in the day. So anyway, I'm really happy so far with what I'm seeing in this update. I know a lot of other people are too. So it's kind of more what they had in mind. As a lot of people were kind of, I felt like in the community, let down by the last one. The last update. But I really didn't mind it. I thought it was good too. It's just a little bit smaller. Alright, and I think the expectations were a lot higher. This one, like, Sean was just kind of like dropped it on us last minute, and then, you know, 2 days later the update's out. So I didn't see as much like speculation hype for this. So I think like expectations lower, the delivery was better when we actually got the product, or, you know, people weren't disappointed. Alright, we're really mowing through these guys, but unfortunately they're not hurting me too much. I got just like a little sliver of my first health bar on, and I think some of these things are healing me too. When I pick them up, it seems like I'm getting healed. Really do like the new Gravitino ball art. I think that looks really nice. They did a good job on some of the improved effects I've seen so far, and also differentiating some of the different enemy types by like the indicator above their head. This is nice. Alright, who is trying to shoot me? Oh, there he is. I was like, where is he coming from? This guy's got a flamethrower and a grenade launcher, or a mortar launcher. Alright, we're at 5 stars. We should be getting something soon, some kind of indicator for the next ship. Okay, there's one hiding over there. Didn't see him. He's kind of camoed in with the crystals. Hey, stop jumping around. Okay, got him. Alright, anybody else? Looks like we got one more over to the right. Let's grab our containers here. It's all full of useful stuff, I'm sure. Some nanites as well. Oh, to the right. Okay, here he is. Where is he? Said he was over here, but now I can't. Oh, there he is. These things are kind of hard to spot. Be nice if they had made the ground crystals like a different color, but I guess that being camos may be like an intentional advantage for them. Alright, looks like it just tripped something. Hopefully this is going to show us where... Yep, this dissonant spike. It looks like a ship logo, so this is going to show us where the new salvage style ship is. We'll jump into our trade-in and head over there. These exotic ships are usually pretty expensive, so hopefully if we have to buy it, it's not going to cost us too much. Or anything, hopefully. Alright, there it is. Didn't take very long to get there. Let's see what these things look like. I've seen a couple on the space station, on the hub, and they look pretty neat. But here we go. So I see we got multiple engines in the back. We got a purple exhaust, which is neat. Looks like it's like an orange and black color. Orange, black, and white. Oh, I like it. And I like the front too. It looks like it has like little eyes on the front of it. Very neat. Now it's kind of partially buried under the ground here because it's a recovery crash. Okay, what is all this? We got some salvage glass. Looks like we can pick it up. So I guess we just collect these items. Is that what we're doing? Salvage glass is regular, and then we have pugnium, which is always good for nanites, and something called a hyaline brain. So okay, I think we need that, and we got to fix it or something. So I'll just throw that in my exosuit for now. We'll go ahead and grab the glass and the pugnium too. And we can see it a little bit better. Yeah, look at the front of this. It looks really cool. It's almost like a spaceship mixed with a spider look. I like it. I think this is a neat looking one. Kind of trying to figure out what's going on with the wings. Alright, so we click on this, and that, I guess, is going to take us somewhere else to to fix this brain. And I guess we got to reinstall it in the ship is kind of the idea. So let's see, how far are we going? Looks like the marker is on this world, so hopefully not too far. Didn't look like it was, said 15 minutes by walking, so it's pretty close. We get in the ship, it's going to cut down a lot of that time. Alright. Yeah, let's go ahead and bring out our little buddy from earlier, because this is kind of glass related. I feel like this expansion is kind of touching on the world of glass. I'm guessing that's what these purple crystals are. Could be wrong in my lore, but I feel like this is like directly related to it. So we'll break out our crew of robotic friends here. Alright, how far are we going? It was 15 minutes by foot. Alright, couple seconds and we'll be there. With the old trade-in. The hatchet toy. Yeah, the other one of these, and these are like at my home world, where I have my settlement. These land pretty commonly. And I just think this is a cool look for the exotics. Love the little solar flip-ups on it too, but I already got one that's completed, so it's a good trade-in. Alright, so it looks like another monument style thing. Let's come over here and see what we need to do. Fix this brain. It's broken. Help us. Radius from the hydrant brain with my pick inside his response. Okay. They add new particle effects to this too. The mind of the ship is interlocked with the hive. Curl instructions so you can eliminate anomalies and mesh archival sentience with surrogate entity. Alright, I guess we need to present the brain. Present brain. I fumble with the brain, almost dropping it. As it glows unbearably hot in my hands, the pain radiates far beyond my hand and unearthly heat, a heat that melts glass. Circuitry shifts and then grows still. The brain seems to accept my presence now. Okay. So we fixed the brain. What's going on with my cape? Looks like it got stuck together. It's hung up on my my thrusters or something. Alright, harmonic brain ready to go. So now I think we need to go back over. It says it's status docile. We'll head back over and install the brain into our new ship and get this thing traded out. Let's see what it looks like. Yeah, I like the art styling on this. I think it's nice. It's a little different than the other ships too. And it has kind of more like an industrial look on the wings too, which is cool. And we got guns. That looks on top of the wings. I'm kind of trying to figure out why those guns are slanted like that. They're like inward firing. And then we got the ones on the front. Alright, so we fixed that part to let us pilot the vehicle. And it's a Class A, nice, Salvaged style ship. And alright, got everything weeded out of the other ship. Let's go ahead and trade. Alright, make the ship for a non-sentinel pilot. We got that ready to go. And now we got a little work to do. Let's just move things around. We'll install some technology and stuff too, just to get it started. Alright, over near it I found something I had missed, an inverted mirror on, it looks like a dead droid. This reminds me of like a Kenshi droid. Speaking of Kenshi, I have been working on a video for Kenshi. It's slow going. I haven't been getting into playing the game, so I've just like slowly been hacking away at this video. But that should be out soon. Anyway, neat droid. I like the art style on it. 17th, the 17th. I guess, is this a clue or something? Or are we supposed to write this down for like a glyph? Because I know a lot of the glyphs are numbered. So I've seen one that says like 10, and now I've seen one that says 17th. So I have a feeling this is some kind of riddle. Maybe we need to like keep track of these numbers. But 10 and 17th, keeping those in mind. And then there's some binary too on the first one. And I was checking out the binary, and it means like 69, I think. 1000101 is like number 69. I'm not sure if that has any significance. I doubt it, as it's a little obscure. Alright, this ship is called the Blessed, and it is very nice. Stuck a little bit more of just some basic stuff to get it going. But I like the way it looks. Oh, cool! That is neat. I didn't expect a transformation like that. But I like it, man. That was really cool. So the wings popped out, like the landing gear kind of adjusted, and the wings in the center moved down. Man, it kind of reminds me of like a mechanical dragon almost. Look how much different it looks from the picture of its setting versus when it's up and flying. That is really neat. Man, I really like this ship. I think I haven't seen one that looks this neat yet, so I think I might have just got real lucky and got like one of the most desirable models of this thing the first time. And it's an A-class too, which is great because I can easily upgrade it. I have 50,000 nanites definitely on me to upgrade A to an S. And then I'll go and tech it out too. I'll probably end up throwing like an infra knife on it, moving the photon cannon and adding a little bit more to the missile launcher too, just sticking it in the supercharged slots. So also probably beef up the hyperdrive and the pulse engine too while I'm at it. Wow, that's really cool. I love the way this thing breaks down and opens up. And the front of it looks so neat too. I really dig the like spider face on it, or the 4-eye looking face on the front. Very cool. I feel like I lucked out on my very first salvage ship by picking this up. All right, we're going to head over to a trading post here and set up shop. I want to be able to come back to this planet any old time I want to. So one thing I normally do is I just jump on a trading post. I'll throw down like warp station, maybe a changing station, some solar panels, stuff like that, and of course a base computer, and just save it so you can come back anytime you want to, and you already have like plenty of landing pads and a place to trade already. So yeah, a little tip. So if you're playing No Man's Sky and you want to make bases and just do it quickly and easily, just use some of the existing trade stations, or some of the archives too is another great option. Archives a little bit larger, but they have more facilities on them too for like upgrading relics and all kinds of cool stuff. All right, we got that done. Added down some basic things so we can come back here anytime, and rename the planet Matak too. Just took off the first word, as I thought it made it a little more straightforward. So yeah, very cool. I love the model here. I really feel like I was blessed, so I'm probably just going to leave the ship name the way it is. It even has like a cool little symbol, I'm not sure what that is, in front of blessed, but some kind of special character they stuck in here. Maybe if one of you guys know what kind of lettering that is from what part of the world or whatever, let me know. I don't think it's just some random art. Alright, next thing we need to do is we're going to go check out this little corrupted sentinel base area, or abandoned settlement thing I've been hearing about. Supposedly there is some new multi-tools, and you get those here, but you gotta like unlock puzzles and things. So I'm looking forward to that. It's a little sneak preview I got off some other videos I watched on YouTube, as this seems to be a pretty hot update. Alright, so it looks like we found the community. I love how slow you can drift in this thing. Like, I'm barely moving at all. I think you can just hover basically in place, which you can't really do in any other ship. So, a big fan of that. Alright, we'll fold it up, and let's go see what this new settlement is. Alright, so of course everything's on fire here on Matak, as this is the hottest planet I've ever discovered on this save file, according to my planetary record thing I was checking out. Alright, so here's the new multi-tool. Wow, that's kind of cool. It looks like a cross between a Luger and like Greedo's blaster. It's definitely slimmer and like a little less bulky than some of the other multi-tools I've seen, but I kind of like it. I'll probably pick one up, as I have like plenty of alien multi-tools and I could trade one in, as I really only use 3 of the 6 I have right now, so I might as well have a little variety in what I carry. Alright, got some more of the echolocators so we can find other places just like this one, and see if we can find some other multi-tools. Or I think you can also find a ship this way too. Alright, here's our harmonic interface. This is our shells consumed by fire, our minds purged by betrayal, banished to the glass beneath, forgotten by creation. Huh, see, this does have something to do with that World of Glass storyline from No Man's Sky. So I can't really place it. I wonder why those words are different colors. Fire, betrayal, glass, and creation. I wonder if there... It seems like another code or something we're supposed to unlock. Maybe I should take notes of those words? Or does it have to do with a glyph, maybe? I don't know. I feel like there's some clues here, you know. I'll have to check out online and see if people have already like looked into it and cracked the code. All right. So let's see. My options here are we could scan memory, registry, input, glyphs, override glyphs. And then there's something for error, which is not available. So let's take a look at scan memory register. All right, looks like we got some basic math problems here. So we got 12, 9, and 5. And I'm guessing we put that in somewhere. So let's see. Now we can access the mainframe. So we'll jump over there real quick. All right, and go to the glyphs. And then I think we got to figure out like 12, 9, and 5. I think that has to do with the glyphs here. So we will see. Do we need to count from left to right? All right, figured it out. They actually do have numbers. If you look down at the bottom, it will tell you the number. So you just find the number that corresponds with the glyph. So I got that worked out. As when I just flipped over to the next screen, I thought it was like only going one line at a time, but it's like an entire new parsec. So anyway, the numbers were off, and I went back and fixed it. So got my 12, 9, and 5 plugged in, and looks like we have unlocked whatever that was. Oh, we also got some kind of hybrid jet technology. Oh, cool. Aeron turbojets. So it looks like you have wings when you have those on, as for a jetpack option. I guess one cool thing about the jetpacks is other players can actually see that you're wearing a jetpack. But honestly, I'm not a hugest fan of the way this one looks. I mean, it's nice to have the variety, and it might work for another alt or something. Like I could put it on the new Lord Helmet model. See, he already looks kind of ridiculous. Get him some wings too to make him look more ridiculous, but I'll stay with the cape for my main, as I like this one. It's got the To Infinity and Beyond cape, one of my favorites. All right, we'll get some of this junk done, and let's see, we need to unlock that multi-tool. I think that was one of the options. Yeah, deactivate multi-tool seal. And the other one is locate dissonant spike. So I believe that's what we need to do if we were going to hunt down another ship. But like I said, I'm really happy with my first draw on this. I think I got really lucky, and probably got the one I was going to go for anyway on my first try. All right, what do we got? Another dead robot over here, or another Kenshi head. This does remind me of Kenshi so much. All right, it needs some Atlantium to fix its lost circuits, and maybe we'll get another clue. Okay, the 10th. All right, so, okay. It's nice that we get like a little goodie from them, though, so I'll keep coming over and grabbing whatever they're dishing out. And I was wondering, you know, these actually shelter you, these little tents here, or is it just aesthetic? And like, anyway, yeah, we'll keep that in mind. Have to watch not to walk into fire. Looks like we got a vacated trading terminal, or it could be a storage container from back in the day. Just kind of looking at the junk laying around, seeing if we're missing anything. Found some living slime in the wheelbarrow. Yep, it's a vacated storage unit. It's kind of neat, seeing one open like that. All right, let's go ahead and heal ourselves up real quick. I guess we'll go ahead and take a look at the multi-tool now. Got our Greedo blaster. All right, also a Class A, not bad. We can definitely upgrade that pretty easily with the nanites I have. We'll go ahead and get it fixed up. And looks like we just got to put in some of these things that we've been mining to fix it up real quick, so that's nice. And I think the other one I probably have on my ship. Oh no, I do have an inverter mirror, extra one. I think we picked it up from that robot earlier. And last thing, crystalline heart. There we go. Got it repaired. And a little bit different. I wonder if it's just a cosmetic thing there for the mining laser, but it looks different with the red. It's kind of cool. So we'll go ahead and turn this thing to a S-class here on the space station and see how much that buffs the stats by. But it does at least look different. It's kind of neat. And it's a piece of history here too, right? New update, got to get the new multi-tool. And it's not like I don't already have enough. So I traded in one of the alien multi-tools that I just never use, really. Okay, upgrade class, another 50,000. Those nanites are getting spent today. And then I had a whole bunch of expansion slots, and like 27 of them saved up that I just never used because I've had my old alien multi-tools forever. So I can finally put those into use. More slots than I'll actually use. Hey, look, it gave me a free supercharge slot. Didn't even have to pay to unlock it. That was kind of neat. I wonder if that's a new game thing where like will give you a supercharge slot on the next line if you unlock a new one, or at least one. Seems like that's what happened. We'll go ahead and build that out. Probably put a pulse splitter on it, maybe a bolt caster or something off camera, and get that thing all tricked out. All right, another harmonic echo coordinate over here. I figured let's come and check it out, see what we have for options on the multi-tool, and see maybe about looking at other ships too, to see how lucky we did get with the blessed salvage ship. Alright, let's land real quick and see what we got. Seems like they like to store the Explorer engines under tarps here for whatever reason. Every one of these camps has got Explorer giant engines stuck under these tarps. Alright, let's see. What did I pick up? Was that anything decent? Nah, just junk. Alright, same kind of weapon, so we'll have to go to another system to, I guess, find the other variety. But we can go and grab some of our scrap here. So I think that was just junk too, unfortunately. We'll break that down into something we can turn into ferret at least. Okay, and what else do we have? We have another harmonic interface. Let's see what the puzzle is this time. So we need to go into scan memory registry to see what the math puzzle is. Alright, so I got, what, 14, 9, and 15, it looks like. So we'll need to plug that in and see what our different options are. Alright, so back to the import override glyphs, and we just need to look for the number on the bottom here to make sure we got the right one. So let's see, 14 was the first one, 9 I think was the next, so it should be this one, and then 15 was the last glyph. So that should be, let's see, that's 11, 12, here it is. Hey, there we go. And alright, so we don't want to unlock the multi-tool because it's the exact same model as what we have, and we've already upgraded to S-Class. So let's go ahead and take a look and see what the other option is for the salvage style ship. Hopefully that will be nearby. Okay, yep, we got it right over the hill over there. And it says it's 9:42, so it shouldn't be a long flight. We jump into our spaceship, we'll be there in no time. Alright, let's see what else we got. We got some wheelbarrows full of junk. Let's go and grab that while we're here, because we probably won't be coming back. And then we got another Kinshi robot destroyed here. Wow, 10 walker brains. That's very nice. Those are actually hard to come by, because you normally have to go through like a whole battle against the regular sentinels and take out one of their walkers just to get like 2 of them. So it's nice getting 10 just for coming over and finding one of these camps. Alright, the 17th. 10 and the 17th. Alright, so we've seen that a couple of times, 10 and 17. I wonder what the order is. But there must be some kind of significance. Or maybe it's like a question, like what comes after 16, which is kind of in the game's lore. So maybe it's like a clue to a new expansion coming out or a new game. What happens after 16? Alright. Alright, not see, very close. It's only 5 seconds away by ship. 9 minutes by foot. Okay, let's see what this one looks like. Let's see how we did on our first one. I'm really liking the ship I pulled, though. Wow, this thing looks like a tank. Like, literally a tank. Or a walker. It looks like it has legs on it. Like a ship, wings, but underneath it, it has either mechanical legs or like tracks or something. Interesting. I actually don't like it as much, though, as the first design I pulled. It looks bulky now. Like, if this was a tank exocraft, that would be really cool. Or, like, it could glide and then also drive around on the ground as a tank. It's kind of what it looks like. So we did get some other parts here. I don't think I'm actually going to do this one. This is it's called Blessing, and it looks like a Y symbol, but it's not a Y. And then this is a B class, so it's actually a class lower than what I pulled on my first roll. And I like bless better than blessing, so we'll stay with being blessed. And I think we're going to skip this one, but we grab the parts for unlocking the brain, and maybe we can just throw the brain in the next one so we can save ourselves a trip. Interesting in the center, is that like hydraulics or something? I'm not really sure what that is. It'd be kind of neat to see this thing in action and just see what these legs do underneath it, but I still like my ship better. Just that thing looks less like a spaceship and more like some kind of exocraft walker, which would be neat still. I think they should do some more expanded exocraft walker stuff. Grab a couple of these while we're here. Alright, so I found another dissonance spike. Just went back and unlocked another location finder as I had another echo. So let's see how this one looks in comparison to the last one, which will kind of look like a tank. Alright, so here's another one. This one's a little sleeker, I can tell. It doesn't have the giant walker legs underneath it, which I wasn't a big fan of. It has the same kind of like wing landing gear thing that I have on mine. I like the way it looks. Oh yeah, the front's very cool looking. I like the little protrusions, the guns and the front protrusions. Neat. I do like the way this one looks. It'd be interesting to see if there... Doesn't look like there's going to be like any change when you take it up into space, like you get with mine with the unfolding wings. Maybe like a slight adjustment here or there. But just as how it looks on the ground, I think this is a pretty good one. Yellow and black and red. Yeah, pretty slick. Very similar to the same cockpit I have, just with a different front on it. It has kind of the V window instead of like the 4 eyes. And the engines on the back, same style with the purple exhaust. It's also called Blessing, interestingly. Blessing with the same symbol of mine, but again, I'm already blessed, so I don't really need a blessing. This is also a C class, so I'm probably going to pass on this because it's the C class, but very interesting to see. Figured while we're looking at some of these new style salvage ships, let's go on the space station and just see what other people have found for themselves and what they have come across. I'm sure we'll run into a couple. This is day one here of the patch, but I know a lot of people have been playing. I was on the hub here earlier and just noticed it was pretty crowded. Yeah, I already see a guy here with a ship. Looks like he's got like a black and blue, or maybe a black and purple. Guy standing right on it. That's got the same kind of mech leg things, or like it looks like tank tracks on the bottom. But it looks cool. I like this one looks like it has the wings like mine, but just a little bit bulkier landing gear. What else do we got? But very neat. I like that one. Oh, here's something different. Now this one's much slimmer than either mine or the guy with the black and purple one. Wow, that's kind of neat. Gosh, I wonder if those wings like jut out from the sides when it takes off. If not, though, that's a very slim craft. That could be very like handy for cave exploring and stuff. It can be that small while you fly it. And we have some of the other classics. I don't see any of the other new ships here, but I'm sure we'll see tons of them in the coming days as everybody gets their first salvaged ship or Interceptor. I don't know why they didn't go with Interceptor instead of Salvaged, but oh well. They're still really neat, though. Let's go back and take a look. Yeah, that's cool. This is kind of look like Transformers, though, in a way. Anyway, guys, I think that's going to do it for this episode. Hopefully you have enjoyed and you're having a chance to play this for yourself, or if not today, this weekend, you'll get a chance to play some of the new Interceptor update from No Man's Sky. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. All right, take care. Bye-bye.